Have you ever wondered what could be the next big investment that beats gold, beats Bitcoin, and beats inflation? Well, according to Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, that investment might just be silver. He recently predicted that silver prices could skyrocket from $145,000 to $725,000 per kilogram in just 1 year. That's nearly a five-fold increase. In this video, we're diving deep into why Kiyosaki believes silver is about to explode, how realistic this prediction is, and what's really driving the sudden global interest in silver. So stay tuned till the end, because what you'll hear today might just change how you think about precious metals forever. Before we get into silver's potential, let's talk about the man behind this bold prediction, Robert Kiyosaki. He's not just a financial author. He's an entrepreneur, investor, and educator who has spent decades teaching people about money, wealth, and financial independence. His book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, sold over 40 million copies worldwide and changed how millions think about assets, liabilities, and investing. Kiyosaki is known for his unfiltered opinions. He often criticizes fiat money, calls Bitcoin people's money, and warns about the collapse of the US dollar. So when he says silver will outperform gold and Bitcoin, it gets attention. But is it just hype? Or is there real substance behind this prediction? Unlike gold, which is mostly used for jewelry or as a store of value, silver has dual demand. It's both an industrial metal and a precious metal. Silver plays a critical role in solar panels, electric vehicles, semiconductors, 5G technology, medical equipment, and even AI-driven devices that require high-conductivity materials. With the world shifting rapidly toward renewable energy and electric mobility, the industrial demand for silver is skyrocketing. Meanwhile, silver mining is struggling to keep up. Over the past few years, global silver production has actually been declining, while industrial consumption is hitting record highs. This creates the perfect setup: rising demand, falling supply, and a historically undervalued asset. Let's take a quick look at silver's history. In the early 1980s, silver prices shot up dramatically, hitting around $50 per ounce, driven by the infamous Hunt brothers' attempt to corner the market. After that bubble burst, silver spent decades undervalued. Fast forward to 2011. During the global financial uncertainty, silver again touched around $49 per ounce, only to fall sharply as markets stabilized. Now, in 2025, we're seeing a familiar setup: economic uncertainty, debt crises, rising inflation, and a shift to alternative assets. And just like gold, silver often acts as a safe haven investment when people lose faith in fiat currencies. So when Kiyosaki says silver might explode, he's pointing to a historic pattern. Every time the world faces monetary instability, silver eventually surges. Let's break down Kiyosaki's comparison. He says silver will outperform gold and Bitcoin. Here's why that might not be as crazy as it sounds. 1. Gold is expensive and already at near record highs. Gold's price has less room to grow percentage-wise. Silver, being much cheaper, has a higher potential for percentage gains. 2. Bitcoin is volatile and speculative. While Bitcoin has grown massively, it's still seen as a higher-risk digital asset. Silver, on the other hand, is tangible, it's real, it's industrially useful, and it's been trusted for thousands of years. 3. Silver-to-gold ratio. Historically, it used to take around 15 ounces of silver to equal the value of 1 ounce of gold. Today, it takes over 80 ounces of silver to buy 1 ounce of gold, meaning silver is massively undervalued by historical standards. If that ratio just moved halfway back to its historic average, silver prices would need to more than triple from current levels. That's the kind of math Kiyosaki and many other silver bulls are looking at. Silver mining companies are facing real challenges. Many large mines have declining ore grades, meaning they're extracting less silver from each ton of rock. New discoveries are rare, and developing a new mine can take 10 to 15 years. Meanwhile, the green energy revolution is consuming more and more silver each year. According to industry data, the solar industry alone uses about 15% of all silver mined annually, and that number is growing. So you have a scenario where demand is exploding, but supply can't catch up. That's the perfect recipe for a price surge. Kiyosaki isn't the only one seeing this. Analysts from Bloomberg, Kitco, and Metals Focus have all pointed to 2025 as a potential breakout year for silver, if global demand continues this trend. Another major driver behind Kiyosaki's silver prediction is his view on inflation and the US dollar's decline. He has repeatedly said that governments around the world are printing too much money, creating a fake economy fueled by debt. When the value of paper money falls, investors turn to real assets, things you can touch, like gold, land, and silver. Silver, in particular, is attractive because it's affordable for small investors, unlike gold, where a single coin can cost thousands of dollars. In countries like India, Pakistan, and across Asia, small investors prefer silver because it's easier to buy, store, and trade. This mass participation could push silver prices up much faster than most people expect. Let's break this prediction down logically. If silver were to reach $725,000 per kilogram, that's about $85 to $90 per ounce, roughly double its previous all-time high in USD terms. Now, is that possible? Absolutely. If we see continued industrial shortages, global inflation, falling trust in fiat currencies, and increasing investor interest. Silver has hit explosive rallies before, and with today's economic setup, history could repeat itself. However, it's also important to remember that Kiyosaki's style is provocative. He uses bold statements to wake people up financially. So while the 7 lakh prediction may sound extreme, it could still point to a major rally ahead, even if the final number is lower. So, should you rush out and buy silver today? Here's a balanced view. If you're looking for a long-term hedge against inflation or economic uncertainty, silver is a solid choice, but treat it as part of a diversified portfolio, not your entire investment. You can invest in physical silver coins, bars, silver ETFs, or mutual funds, silver mining stocks for higher risk and rewards. Silver isn't a get-rich-quick scheme, but it could be the underrated hero of the coming financial decade. Robert Kiyosaki may not always be right, but he's rarely ignored. His silver prediction for 2025 may sound bold. But when you look at the data, the trends, and the global economic shifts, it might not be so far-fetched after all. What do you think? Will silver really outperform gold and Bitcoin this year? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss the next big financial deep dive. Silver, the poor man's gold, might just become the smart man's investment.